Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, if this is your first time, welcome. We're going to be building a brand new ground up duplex, and I'm looking at the lot. So at this point, all I'm doing is just looking at the basic lot and kind of how it's laid out. We've done a little bit of the clearing process, a lot of just the trees and stuff like that. We've already gotten rid of some of that stuff. This just overgrown grass here, it's not a big deal. So as you can tell here, this is our property boundary line approximately here. And if you guys saw me build this other one, then you guys remember that the property boundary line basically stops there at the fence. So for this one, there is a 20-foot easement in between the two lots. So this area here basically belongs to the city of Willis. This is an abandoned alleyway. They don't want nothing to do with it, but no one's going to do anything about it. We know that we can only build up to our property boundary line. It's no big deal. But all we're going to do, guys, essentially is take this exact same duplex and put it on this side. Everything's going to be the same. I mean, aesthetically, you can change maybe the colors, the type of roofing, or the color of the roofing, just different things. You can add some stone, you can add the frontage, but the inside, the floor plan is going to stay basically the same. And what this is a shotgun style duplex. So what does shotgun style duplex means? It just means that the duplex is going to be here, for example, trying to draw it a little bit three-dimensional, and it's going to be split right down the middle. So you're going to come in, and this is one side, and this is going to be another side. That's why it's called a shotgun style. Single story duplex. Now, the challenge that we have is that we have this massive gargantuan tree here, this big, beautiful tree that the city of Willis does not want us to get rid of it. And that's fine, fair enough. But we have to be compliant with what they have going on because part of the tree is on their side, part of it is on our side, and part of it is just, who knows, on Entergy's side. The point I'm trying to make is that we have to clean this up. There's no landscape guy that's going to be touching this tree. The reason they're not going to touch it is because it's super dangerous. If once let me back this up a little bit so I can show you guys. The big challenge is these high tension power lines. So if you guys have never been around this stuff is super dangerous. These lines, the ones at the very top, are the high tension power lines. This is the stuff that will zap and kill people. You see birds, they'll walk on these ones here and stuff like that, but they don't get on these other ones over here because those are, touch those, that's electricity, high voltage stuff. Anyway, the only people that are allowed to do it is going to be Entergy, which is a company that services it. Therefore, we have to get with them to ensure that they do it correctly and that the tree survives. So they're going to trim it up. They're going to leave the trash there is what they told me. It's not a big deal. We can get the trash picked up. But we have two challenges. Challenge number one is that this pole right here is going to be right in the middle of the driveway. That's number one. Number two is that tree is going to be right at the edge of the driveway. So if you're looking at this way, the driveway is going to come out something like this, okay? And this tree's right in the middle. I'm sorry, the light pole is right in the middle of it, and it's going to be hugging that tree. So anyway, we need to clean it up anyways, and it's easier to do it now that there's no construction, that there's no actual, building or anything that they have to be worried about. They're just going to pile up the trash right here in the back, if you can see that. And so, excuse me, guys, I'm just trying to find my. And so if you can see here, it looks like this tree has already been zapped a few times. You see how it looks like it might be cooked a little bit? I don't know if you can see that here, but anyways, the point is that it looks like it might have gotten zapped a few times. Who knows? Electricity travels all throughout the tree, right? It's just like lightning. But at any rate, we got to get these guys out there to do it. My suggestion, how do we solve this thing, right, is okay, so you told me what the problem is, Juan. We got problem number one is going to be the tree or this light pole right there. Problem number two is going to be this tree over here. So the tree's going to just get trimmed up. But what about the light pole? You see the distance from this light pole? So all I'm looking to do is say, hey, look, what's the distance from here to here and the distance from here to here, right? Is there any way that we can put the light pole right over by where the property boundary line is? If you can see the little small pink flag right there. If we can move this light pole over there, that would be fantastic. Or we could move the light pole over here closer to the tree, but they're probably not going to want to do that because it's going to be right near the tree. If the tree falls, if something happens, so on and so forth, and I get that. The challenge is that the city of Willis doesn't want us to knock the tree down. So we're going to have to figure out something else. These are just the small challenges, and I don't want you guys getting freaked out if you run into challenges like this. This is standard stuff that just happens whenever you're buying a piece of property, about to build on it. You just have to address these things before. The good thing is that, like I said at the very beginning of the video, is that the driveway is usually the very last thing to do. So we have 3 to 4 months to figure out what's going to happen with this stuff. Hopefully we can get started on this particular duplex here this week. It's been raining a lot. This video was made before the rain started coming in, but at the end of the day, guys, we have to get ahead of the game by trying to plan as much as we can. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.